Afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to FFTV and welcome the community. I hope everyone is feeling good today. And there's a lot of stories, as always, flying around left, right, and center. So we thought, why not? Let's get a little transfer talk going on and let's get everyone else's opinions in the chat. But first of all, like I always say, welcome. And we're bang on time again. Absolutely love it. If you've not already hit the subscribe, make sure you do. But that's just a little fee and hit the like. Let's get right into the mix. And there's a lot of stories going around. There's the Danny Ings, there's Fofana injury, there's Maddison, there's Willock, there's Ramsdale and Berg, there's Grealish, the record signing that is going to be done. It's going to be done. We all know it's going to be done now. Really change the corners, turn the corners with that deal. So there's a few things we can talk about. And as ever, people can throw their things in the chat. As always, usual suspects in the gang. Craig, Ashton, Social DRD, RU Guna, Chris, Martin, BK, Alan, Richard Reed, everyone. Love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Imperial's just put, so I don't miss this one because he's put it in capital, so he needs me to see this. The Imperial Rasta man far right. As put, Fran, protest is needed. Arteta must go. Keeping Xhaka is an illiterate move. Arteta and Ketia, Xhaka, Bellerin must all go. Listen, those are what you call, when the year 11s come back and they think they've still got a game and everyone's forgot about them. That's what they are. That's exactly what they are. Craig's put, Fran, Shaw Curtis, new intro. Yours is better though. Yeah, he just wanted, he loved mine. Curtis did. So he said, Fran, maybe one. He didn't want it to be as intense. So I just mocked him some up very, very quickly yesterday and he put a little tune on it. So that was really good. Social DRG has put, oh my God, the anticipation is killing me. That's what it's like. It's like the cinemas. Hey, when you go, when you go on that first date with that chicken, you go and see the proper cinema. That's the one. That's the one. Ashley P. Sats put in his big up friend. Just heard Balak's son has died. Yes. So, RIP and God rest his soul. Balak's son, if you don't know, died on holiday in a quad bike accident, which is, as adults, as parents, I'm sure there's parents in the group now. You don't think that obviously your children are going to pass away before you. So that must be one hell of a sad time for him and his family. So, prayers to all his family, and I'm sure I'll have a prayer tonight for him as well. Al Beast has put AFFT. What's happening? I know he was just on Curtis's, as a lot of you always are. So perfect. Let's get straight into it. All right. Danny Ings. I'm going to start with Danny Ings. For me, I wanted Danny Ings at Arsenal. He's probably going to get you 15 to 20 goals. Only problem is he doesn't stay fit. He's had reoccurring injuries. I think his last 4 seasons have been a bit of a mix, but we know he can score goals. Danny Ings can score goals. And when you think about it, at 30 million, I think that's a bargain. I think that's a bargain at 30 million if he stays fit. But everything's about if. Everything's about if. Don't get me wrong. But he's going to get you 15, 20 goals. He's off the shoulder. We ain't got anyone off the shoulder. I've seen someone's obviously saying comparing to Lacazette. The different types of strikers, completely different type of strikers. And I think we need someone who stretches the opposition and gets himself in behind, because we don't have that in our camp. So I would have gone for him. I just don't think that our up front is where we desperately need someone. So obviously Arteta's probably thinking we don't desperately need someone up top to score goals. Let's create the chances and we have good enough players to put the ball in the onion bag. I understand that. But for me, it's a very, very good move. And I'm not joking. Villa are moving mad. They are moving crazy. Bear in mind, I think 24 months ago, they just survived relegation on the final day of the season. Now they've been established. Not established. Now they've sustained in one season, finished well. They can implement that money in the squad, and that's what businesses do, and that's what Villa are doing. And Villa are doing it excellently. It could go the wrong way, by the way. Villa could have all these different players. It could not work, and they could be struggling next season. But I can't see it with the amount of players that they've got in. And Danny Ings is a very, very good signing for me. It really is. Everyone in the chat, Sean is saying also Ings can score more than 15. 100%. Brandon's put, friend, Ings is a 15-goal striker. Villa want Arsenal spot in the top 6 to establish themselves. I can't disagree. You know, Wesley's put, what's up, Gan? What's up, Wesley? I hope you're well. Tony C's put, I've just missed it. I always miss it. Tony C's put, Danny Ings is a good signing. I think it's a great signing. I really, really, really do think it's a good signing for them. And it's always if he stays fit, because people start this Renato Sanchez one. I think the reason we've not gone for Renato Sanchez is because people are worrying about, is he staying fit? But you don't know how it's going to turn out when you sign a player, do you? Some players are out for, years. Darren Anderton was out more than he ever played, at Villa, at Spurs. Ashton's put, I heard from a source that Southampton are in for Eddie Nketiah now that Danny Ings left for Villa. Now, that's interesting that you've said that because, Ashton, it's interesting that you've said that because now Tammy Abrahams is being strongly linked with Southampton. So, as you know, and you would have seen it around, and there's loads of other people that do the YouTube, it's a merry-go-round. It's a domino effect when it comes to signings in the summer. When one goes, the other one goes, the other one goes, the other one goes. All of a sudden, the next 10 days or 2 weeks, you're going to see a lot of activity, I think, because Jack Grealish is gone. That starts a domino. If Kane goes, that starts another domino, etc., etc. And then all of a sudden, you've just got like a spider web full of dominoes where players are going left, right, and center. That's what we need. I was talking to Curtis earlier, and I think a deadline day video, we could be on all day. We could be on streaming deadline 6 hour. We should do a marathon 6 hour deadline day stream because all sorts could be going on. Let's be honest, all sorts could be going on. And I just think the domino effect will just kick in. So it's interesting to see what's going on. But Tammy Abrahams, I'll put, sorry, Fran, Villa didn't need Ings. They should have got a Damsgaard to replace Grealish. Liv made $6 million from sell-on clause. Interesting. Good point. They don't necessarily need Danny Ings. Richard Rees put, big up, Fran. Hope all is good. Smash the likes. People really appreciate the love from everyone. Craig's put, Fran, Grealish will allegedly earn a staggering nearly over $500,000 a week. That is bonkers. That is absolutely. When it's Lionel Messi, when it's Messi, you think, yeah, I get it. But Jack Grealish, Villa are making some good signings in as a team, making us look second rate. Villa will finish above us if they get it right. Ings is not worth 25 to 30 at that age and injury. See, I disagree, Hal Beast. You know why? Your peak is 27 to 30. That's normally your peak. Maybe 29, but some people peak early, like your Michael Owens. Some people peak late. But on average, your maturity, you know how the game works, you know how the industry works. You as a player, normally between 27 and 29 to 30 is your peak. If Villa get 2-3 seasons out of him, it's only 10 million a year. And if he gets 15 goals a season, it's money well spent. It's money well spent when you look at it from that point of view. But like you say, I think there's an argument, as always, for both sides all the time. Rayan, what's up? He's put big up FG. Don't know if you heard, but we signed Kevin Betsy as an under-23s coach. I know it's not the biggest news, but it's a step in the right direction for more pots in management and coaching. Yeah, I know Kevin Betsy. He's Wickham. Played against him many times. He was at Fulham. He's been in and around the coaching for a long time now. So that's a good one. Hopefully, you'll get some good youth coming through. Brandon's put, Fran, I feel nowadays fans are more loyal to the club than the players at the club. Arsenal don't need expensive players who come for money like William. We need players who play for badge like we would. Exactly. And I think that's why we need to be patient as a fan base, because some of these players that are coming in, their dream is to play for Arsenal. So you might get a little bit more out of them. Are you Gooners put, I'm looking forward to the Prem, not to watch Arsenal. I'm looking very forward to the Prem this year. Abraham being linked with Atalanta in the Italian league. He want to stay in London. I think he wants the Arsenal move because apparently him and his family are Arsenal fans. Apparently, so Baker Man's put at the moment in time, I agree with you. Villa will finish above us. Thing stands, which is scary considering they are almost relegated 2 seasons ago. Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Just like this. 500K a week. That's a new house every week. That's a nice house every week as well. Yeah, it's gone crazy. It's gone absolutely crazy. Fram, Liam Gallagher said on Twitter, 100 effing million pounds. Is that the case? Phil Foden must be worth 500 mil. It's interesting, isn't it? If Phil Foden in another few seasons gets to the levels or continues at the level that he's at, I mean, how much is he then worth? It's crazy. Are Villa ahead of Arsenal? The way that they're spending and the ambition at the moment, they are ahead of us. I can't argue. I can't argue with the business that they are doing. They are ahead of us. And if they finish above us in the league, then that concretes that. That concretes that. So Danny Ings, good one. I want to quickly go on to Lily will like this, Fofana, Leicester defender. Unfortunately, I watched the game last night because I was watching Maddison. And don't worry, it's all in sync. We will get in the flow. Maddison will come. Fofana last night, very comfortable against Villarreal. Typical preseason game. However, nasty kind of late challenge from, I don't know who it was for Villarreal, but it wasn't nice. It's late down the back. And sad news is he's broken his leg. So Fofana has, unfortunately, for Leicester fans and for football fans, because I really like him, has broken his leg. So he's going to miss a considerable part of the season, maybe the first third. And he's got to get fit. He's a young lad, so he will recover quite quickly. But the sad thing is we're not going to see him for a while. And I do like Fofana. I really, really do like Fofana. But like Chris was saying, it's a shocking tackle. It really, really is a shocking tackle. But that now also kind of opens a little opportunity for Arsenal, because someone suggested today, which is not going to happen, I know, would they be interested in Rob Holding and cash? Now, I know Leicester clearly do not want the bum players that we've said that they can have. You know, a bunch of under 23 players who are not going to make it at Arsenal, right? Plus cash. Leicester, what are they going to do with those players? What are they going to do with Reece Nelson? What are they going to do with Maitland Miles? Maitland Miles might have half a chance. What are they going to do with Willock? They're not going to play in those teams. What they're going to do with, and Willock's now 25 million. It looks like he's going to, you know, the Geordie Shore. But Leicester are big now. Leicester are bigger than us now. They don't want these trash players that we're trying to give them. It's laughable. It's absolutely laughable. However, they do need a defender now. So can we use some skills? Can we use some tactics? Why don't you have this player, Rob Holding, and cash from Maddison? Interesting. So really, really sad that Fofana has been injured for me. Really, really sad, because I really, really liked him. And then that leads us on to Maddison, the main point that everyone in the chat will be wanting to speak about. We've heard it, and the problem is with transfer news, and the problem is with Twitter, and the problem is with YouTube, is everyone talks about the same thing. However, we can all do it in a different way and different perspective, and we all have our different communities and opinions. Maddison, I watched him last night, and he played more of a 10 than I've ever seen him, to be honest. He played bang central. Now, Brendan Rodgers literally, can I get this up? I might be able to get this up for you, but Brendan Rodgers, literally, let me try and share this screen. Can I share this? I might not be able to do this one with you. Let me just have a look. Let's have a look. See if here we are. Yeah, I can get it up for you. So listen. Well, not listen. Yeah, listen. On this one here, I can't play the video because it's playing. So they've literally 33 minutes ago, it's just come on Football Daily now that they sat down, press conference, talking about the Fofana. And obviously they're asking about James Maddison. And Brendan Rodgers, as stated, he's happy in training. James Maddison, he's a very important member of our squad. Brendan Rodgers believes James Maddison is happy at Leicester City and will stay at the club amidst rumours of a transfer to Arsenal. There's two ways you can look at that, everyone, right? One, he's got to say that. Okay? On the flip side, he could be genuinely telling the truth, that he is in his plans. He wants him to stay. He played last night. He played well last night. He got more free kicks than anyone else. I know that stat doesn't really, add up a lot of the time, but it means that he's involved in the game a lot of the time. He had a few opportunities. He looked lively last night. That could be because he wants to push a move, or it's because he wants to push his way into Leicester. So I can't see the Leicester wanting to do business unless it's at the money that they want. I just can't see Leicester wanting to do business. Social G's put, don't get it up on live stream, Franny. No, so I know there's no sound. So as long as I don't put it up on the sound, I think I'm all right with no sound. Is that right? Social DRG, getting used to this YouTube thing. You can't do anything, at times. But I know you can't put the sound on. So I'm hoping that obviously just you can do that. So let me know, social DRG, if I can do that. I think that's okay. Ashton's put Rob Holding will be really good at Leicester. All his best performances have been in the back three. Yeah, he would be a good option for them, but I can't see us wanting to get rid of him. Are the Gooners put Atalanta on the verge of to lose Zapata now that Chelsea want Lukaku from Inter? I wonder why Atalanta want Tammy. True. Social put DRG, yes, triggers. So just the sound, is that right? This is sound triggers, yeah? Just let me know if it's just the sound, or can I not put anything on? But I'm sure you can put the Twitter on as long as there's no sound. Just give me a thumbs up if that's all right, social, because I know you're the man when it comes to that. Mikel, the co-man, has put, forget Matters, not worth 70 million anyway. Some would argue, yeah, I think 70 million is a bit steep, but the market's a strange one now. We're going in a COVID market. BK's put, I think that they will sell Matters if the offer was the right money. I think for 70 million, they'll sell him. Jeffrey's put, hey, Fran, dropping him from work. What did I miss so far? We've just spoke about Danny Ings. Our Villa are now above us with the way that they're moving in the market, and also the sad injury to Fofana, which led us on to Maddison, which we are in now. Cable of the copyrights. Yeah, so it's just sound, I'm imagining. I'm hoping it's just sound. Let me know. Don't get me scared, people. Pretty sure not fully up. Right. So I should be all right. Yeah, should be all right. Leicester will get Kabak for 8 million. Yeah, because I know a lot of people obviously share the screens when it comes to tweets and things like that. So as long as there's no sound, I think I'm all right. Shashar's put, big up Fran, in the light of Ings transfer, what values would you put on Laka, Eddie, and Balogun? Balogun is unproven, so at the moment there's no. It's like when something comes to the stock market or an ICO or whatever it may be, no one knows until people start trading it. So Balogun, for me, there's no real way that I think you can judge what he's worth. Eddie Nketiah is worth about 10, 12 million, in my opinion, in today's market. I won't pay that for him. Lacazette, I'll get 20, 15, 20 million, maybe 25 tops, but I can't see us getting that. Doesn't score enough goals. But, you know, he's done good enough for us. Dan's put, community, we need to share FFTV on our socials and get it out there. Great non-biased content. Appreciate that. Make sure we do that, everyone. Just give it a share. Give it a like. Extra 42 in the chat. Really do appreciate it. Craig gave me a thumbs up, so I hope that is because of the old the social side of things. Tony C's put, closer we get to the deadline date, Maddison price could rise even further. And social DRG, I'm hoping, is going to confirm with me. Yeah, like Ryan said, screenshots of videos, sound and videos are bad. Right. Okay. So I should be all right. Just no sound. All right. Just no sound. BK, but it's all right. You can share tweets for sure. Videos with sound is different and depends on how long you show the video as well, I think. Okay. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. This is an interesting one. So, Fran, Pereira has left to go to Saudi. Can't believe we didn't go for him. Laka worth 20 at best. Pereira's gone there. I think he just got weighed in. Apparently, he's got absolute weighed in. Absolute weighed in. Shrifik has put, Edo and Arteta are right, you know what, for giving Xhaka a new deal with a pay rise. I can absolutely agree. And our people put, sorry, Fran, Nketiah is not worth 12 million. 5 million if that championship wouldn't pay for that. Listen, I just think that's what Arsenal would ask for him. I don't think he's worth that. I can tell you that. Excuse me. I don't think he is worth that. Not at all. So, as people in the chat saying, the closer it gets to deadline, the closer we get desperate, his price for Maddison will inflate, of course, because they know that we're desperate. And it seems that we really, really, really want Maddison. It seems that we want some kind of marquee signing, some creativity. But we speak about it so many times, and it's getting to the point where it just feels we're just talking about Arsenal trying to do something. They're not doing anything about it. They will be doing something behind the scenes. And there's a few things that I just want to quickly cover in that. I see a lot of people talking about why are we allowing Willock to go for 25 million, right? We'll go into Willock now, prime example. So we're allowing Willock to go, but we won't let Xhaka go or El Neni. Listen, everyone. No one wants these players. No one wants Xhaka. No one wants El Neni, so we've got to keep them. No one wants Bellerin for the price that we want, so we've got to keep them. Someone wants Willock. Willock's not going to be a star for Arsenal. He's going to be a squad player. So if you can get 25 million back in the door for a kid who's hardly played for us, take that 25 mil, It's not huge amounts, but then add to it and reinvest it in a player who you think is going to produce. Willock's not good enough for Arsenal. He had a good spell at Newcastle. And could he go on to play good? Yes. Will he go on to be a top player? Highly unlikely. However, we never know. Players can change over 12 months, can be completely different players, completely different players. So for me, I think 25 mil for one of your academy graduates, sell him. He's not going to play regular in our first team. So that's 25 million back in the bank. And that 25 million can go on something else. The sad thing is that 25 million is at the moment going to go on Xhaka's new contract, which kind of kills us a little bit. But there's ways that we can maybe invest that 25 million and get, I don't know, just move a little bit differently. That's what I think. Bro, Lacazette ain't worth anything above 12 million, 50 million, 160K a week, which is absolutely crazy. Like you say, these figures that I put on them, by the way, I just put those figures on it by what the market will probably pay. Do I think they're worth that? Not at all. Not at all. I think Eddie Nketiah is worth about 2 million. 2 million. Considering I've seen some of the championship strikers move at 2-3 million, you know? I've seen some crazy deals before. So terminate the contract. Guna's saying, Chris saying, I can understand nobody want them, but why offer them new contracts? Absolutely insane, in my opinion. Absolutely crazy why we're offering them new contracts. I can't get my head around it. He's got 2 years left on a deal. He's got 2 years left on a deal. Shrathik has put, I think people are overhyping Willock. They're all forgetting the difference between form and class. Yeah, I think it's very overhyped. Andrew, thanks for popping in. He's put big up Fran, checking in from Mississippi. Just finished a shift with Grealish going to City. I feel the disparity is only growing. It's City, then Chelsea, Liverpool, and United. Yeah, we're miles behind. You know what's sad? Just before I came on, I was watching the 1999 season where Man United won the title. And we were very close. Emmanuel Petit and Nelka that season. And it just felt like a lifetime away. It felt like a lifetime away. And I know it was 99. And it was a while back for some of them. For some of us in the chat. But, yeah, unbelievable. By the way, on that point, I'm thinking of doing on a Monday night, late night, because there's quite a few American subscribers. Maybe later on a Monday night or midweek, we can do like a soccer night and a soccer roundup of the Premier League just for people in America because the time is different. So, you know, I think that'd be a good idea. And if we want to catch it as well in here on a late night, you might be chilling on a late night show. So maybe let me know if that's something that you're interested in. Maybe drop an eye or something like that. BK's put nobody spending money on anything that's not quality in life in general. Nobody wants to buy these players. Would you? I won't buy these players. I can see why Newcastle are looking to get Willock. He's young. He might do really well and do something. Michaela Kerman's put, no, Willock at least 30 mil. He saved Newcastle from relegation. He's not worth 30 mil. Listen, you might get that. You know, I'm not going to say you won't, but you might get that. Rayhan's put, FG, I can't DM you on Twitter, but I tagged you in a tweet for disclaimers, which will allow you to use videos and pictures that are owned by someone else. Okay, can you not? Maybe have I followed you back on Twitter? I'll have a look. Hit the likes, people. Martin's saying, a few people saying about the little American show. That'd be good. Contrarians put, wouldn't be buying any Leicester Villa players that are our competitors. We buy Madders. Leicester will go Bernard off City, who's a better player. And people say we don't want Chelsea rejects. Listen, we are where we are. The Chelsea players that are not good enough for Chelsea are good for us. Willian, I get, right? He came, ate too much food at his restaurant, and that didn't work out. But that's where we're at. So we've got to get the players now who were at the top four. We've got to get players from clubs who was at top four. How embarrassing is that? But it is what it is. It is what it is, as I always say, like, you know. Jeff Hayes put, Leicester can't attract Bernardo Silva. Yeah, I can't see it. Bernardo Silva would probably want to go to a bigger, more of a glamorous club, I suppose. Brandon's put, I feel we going to panic buy for no reason when we can deal with issues now. Are you going to put what time in the UK? What time is it now, or what time will we do the show? Maybe like a 10:30 or something like that for the American contingency. But something that I'll have a look. I'll have a look at the analytics and things like that. But we will see. But the business, what we're doing at Arsenal, we're not going to get anywhere. Xhaka will sign his new deal, 4-year deal. Elneny will still be here. Obviously, we've got Lokonga. Partey will come back from injury. We need a right back, I believe, but the rumors have gone quiet. We're not really, we're not really going ahead with that. And like I said yesterday, I don't know if it's because we have to go backwards and lose games for these owners to understand how far behind we are now. Because we are far behind. We are far, far behind. And it's a sad state of affairs. But like I always say, we have to remain on the front foot. We have to remain positive that we as a football club can turn the corner and start getting things right. But it definitely needs a change of everything. Because even if you change Edu, even if you change Arteta, even if you change all the players, okay, without the right budget, without the right backing, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. You know, big companies. What was I reading the other day? So the guy who owned American Apparel, remember that? Remember that store, that American Apparel, where you just like 25 quid for a Primark t-shirt? Remember that? Didn't look after all the affairs, got it all wrong. Billions, bam, gone. Got it all wrong. Wrong investments, wrong leaders. And if we don't get the right leaders, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble. Social report, Arteta's trying to polish this turn of a squad. He's trying to build a squad that he thinks can play the way that he wants to play. He's not going to have the time. Yeah, 10:30 UK would be nice. I'm in Amsterdam now. That's 11:30 for me. Okay, I know we've got some late night shifters in the group. That'd be good. William costs us nothing, but he's costing us everything. Yeah. Chris has put late arrival setting up new service provider and email account. Okay. Okay, interesting. I have to elaborate on that, Chris. Email me. Drop me an email. Social DRG's put, yeah, everyone subscribe to the Yats Talk. Yeah, go over there. Comes in and pops in. Love that. Al Beast Fran. Xhaka moves like an old horse. You just got to put him down and shoot between the eyes. We can't move like that in the community, Al Beast. I say this, but Villa is getting much more quality and good addition for replacing one player with a more quality manager. They can really scary. It's interesting because, like you say, Dean Smith's League 2 manager. You know, League 1, League 2 before he went. So it shows what you can do if you get the back in. Fran, we are already in trouble, big time. But I think we're getting worse trouble. What's happening at 10:30? I was away from the tablet. No, I was just saying, Social, that we've come over from Curtis's channels as well. We're starting to get a good little community of people that are overseas in the States. I was thinking that because they missed the live ones, etc. And talking of the absolute G, the legend, I was just talking about it. Here he is. Was just talking about it because Kurt has got a lot of people in the States and I've got a lot of people in the States. Was thinking maybe getting on like a late night show out. Curtis would do, I think he's jumping one on getting his own and etc. and things like that. And it just may be interesting to help the Americans, obviously, or people in America to get interested in and in the live ones, you know. So Curtis put, yes, bro, do you think it's lack of investment from the owner or Edu struggling to spend the money due to no European football? It's strange because depends how much money we need, Kurt. You know, depends how much money you need. I think, and we spoke about it, that we need about 300 million. We was promised 250. Don't know where that's gone. I think is including wages in that as well as transfer fees, which all of a sudden it slices it in about a third. But a lot of questions have got to be asked with Edu. I think I've said to before, Edu and Arteta will go into a meeting and they won't control the meeting. And you're not going to get business done. As you know, when I used to be an agent, if someone else is leading the conversation, you know, you nearly 9 times out of 10 know that you're not getting the right deal. You're not getting the right deal, you know. So when they say, oh, let's compromise, that's for them. That's for them. That ain't for you. So I just think Edu's inexperience. I'm not sure what he's like as a person. Seems very nice. Never comes out and speaks to the press. It could be a mixture of both. One, I don't think we've got the investment. And second of all, I think that it's hard to tell because we're not in the boardroom. We don't know. But it doesn't look like Edu has got the right, you know, the right pulling power or the right skills. You know, the skills of powerful men to get this deal done. I'm not too sure. Martin's put, we need a gaffer like Barry Fry. God, Barry Fry. He threw tea on me because I didn't hold the ball up. Can you imagine that? Marvel's put, I'm late, Fran. Nah, no problem. No problem. We know that people have busy lives. We know people have very busy lives. The fact that you just come in and show you support, unbelievable. Live interactions are the best. Should defo do it. There you go. Sean Paul's in the building. I'm down for 10:30. Yeah, love that. Love that. You love that. Love that. So we'll get to work. Me and Kurt are going to have a chat as well. Me and Kurt have a chat. I think if Edouard Arteta trying to keep options open but losing targets to the other teams. Fish and Chips has put, do you know what you say to Arsenal fan at the nightclub? Good. Hey, we've got a funny one in the group. Aljaface put Leon Bailey's a better player. I think Leon Bailey's very good. Edu's business has been shocking him, man, but it's pure inexperience. Social DRG has put Franny. Where are we? My comments is in the way. Franny, how can we hear your commentating on the live game at the weekend? I don't know whether it's on digital with the BBC Radio Cambridge, but I think if you check on Twitter at BBC Cames or my Twitter, I've retweeted it, and I think the channel for the radio station is on. John Page 3 has put, what's up, Fran? Selling Willock, you think? Loaning Nelson out? 100%. I would do that, get some investment back. Nelson's not up to it. He's not up to it. I'm not psychic, but I can see panic buys in closing days, 100%. That's why I think it's going to be absolute scenes on transfer day. Absolute scenes. Ocean's put, our only for the next season is other team underperforming. I think it's a very sad fact. I think we'll finish 10th or below if we don't sort it out. He's better than Pepe, though. This is Pepe's season. I'm not his biggest fan. I want to see something else. He needs to definitely 100% step up this season. Definitely step up. John Page people, good luck with your channel. Great stuff, my man. Great content and football knowledge. You mentioned you were a player. What was your favorite position? My favorite position was always up front, but they always told me to go on the wing or as a striker, as a free, but track back. And I just used to run. BBC Radio Cambridge. All right, thanks. Cool beans, dude. No problem. Ings and Watkins are as strikers, ups from Buendia and Bailey as creative options. Very, very good. We signed Turney on transfer deadline day. Very good. Yep. Aljaface put Pepe still got another level to reach. I hope so. I really, really, really hope so. I know Kurt's a big fan of Pepe. Listen, I love the way he plays. He's silky, but he just don't do it enough. He just does not do it enough in terms of goals and all-round play. Rams put, I forget which video it is, but Sancho and Nelson were at the same training camp, and Sancho was complaining about Nelson's work rate. Now look at the two players. There you go. Proofs in the pudding. Fab position, left back in the changing room. Houses put, we are competing with Leeds and Villa basically for finishing top half. 100%. So we spoke Willock. Now, we've been linked with this Ramsdale and Berg. We all know about Ramsdale. We need a goalkeeper. People were talking about Sam Johnston. I can't see him leaving. Onana. I've seen Onana may be available now. I'm sure I've seen that this morning. I know he's got the ban, etc., and things like that, but that's not for long. So for Ramsdale and Berg. Now, Berg is highly rated. I don't know if you know a lot about him, if you've seen about him. He's not bad. I've got to be honest, he's not bad. I wouldn't mind him if the price was right. The problem is, what's happened is with prices, inflation goes up, prices go up. COVID has changed the world in what we know of. The way we pay for things, everything's going to be digital. The things that we do in life, everything is just going up and up and up. And we've got to move with it, and we've got to keep up, or we're going to get left behind as individuals and as a football club. So unfortunately, these prices that we're getting quoted are just ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. But so what do? Do we not buy these players and then get left behind and all of a sudden we're fighting relegation, which I don't think that'll happen because we always input a certain amount of money, but we always finish mid-table? Or do we just say, right then, this is what the cost of business? I was talking about Man City yesterday and people are saying, yeah, but Fran, they brought the league. And I said, listen, I'll make it very clear. Nearly 80% of the time, whoever spends the most money at any type of business, whether it be sport, whether it be Apple, whoever it may be, tends to get the best team, the best members, the best managers, and the best business. And Man City have come in with a dream, a model, spent billions, have an umbrella of clubs around the world to make it happen. So for me, you've got to respect the vision and the dream, and you've got to respect the fact that they want to do that. On the other hand, you've got our owners or Newcastle's owners who don't want a penny pinch and want to keep as much profit as they can for himself, as long as that's sustainable. And that's okay, because they're not winners. It might be great businessman, and I think he's only got a right few quid because his missus owns Walmart or something like that. Do you know what I mean? We can all marry someone like that. Well, we'll try. But he's not in his blood, is it? He's not even a football man. He's not even a football man. And that's the problem. And people talk about we should obviously KYC all these owners and all that stuff before they come in. But if they all fit the bill and they're squeaky clean and they've got the money, the Premier League's not going to turn them around. The Premier League is not going to turn them around, So it's a sad state of affairs. It really is. Tom's put, we give an improved contract to Deadwood. Listen, when my contract ended at football clubs and they didn't want you, it ended. Releasing you. We'll pay for 2 months and you're done. These players who wants to leave and he's poor gets a new deal with 2 years left. Can't get my head around modern day football. Really, really can't get my head around it at times. It's strange. Social, but if Earth are after Nelson, why don't we do a swap deal and in plus cash? Cunha, versatile attacking young makes sense. Good. You know what? I don't know what the problem is, and I don't know, and maybe it is down to Edu that we are not linked with the players that we should be linked with. We're linked with the players that everyone's linked with. It's like lazy journalism. Just linked with players. Winning mentality. Winner's mentality, by the way, is a very hard thing. We think we've got a winning mentality. I thought I had a winning mentality all my life. Just so happens I didn't realize what a winning mentality was, actual deep down, till about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's a very deep mindset. No ambition to be best, just interested in their pockets. That's all I think it is, people. That's all I think it is. Like Curtis said on his watch along, Pepe is frustrating. He runs past players and then slows down. So is there real progress? Defenders already back into position. If you show Pepe down the side, you've got him in your pocket. You've got him in your pocket. One trick pony just wants to come inside. But we should be excited, Fran, as BK said. Are you Guna? I don't know why fans are talking about City buying the league. Let City do their thing. Exactly. It's just salty, for my opinion. It's just salty. Otis put, Fran, have Sheffield United are asking for these prices. They got relegated. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. GB has put spot on. KSC lacks ambition and are neglectful. Doesn't help that they are any football men on the board. It's crazy how you don't have football men on the board. Absolutely crazy. Sean's put, we are like house that homeowners buys rent out. Zaha would have improved us way more than Pepe, 100%. But I think that was football snobbery. You get a lot of football snobbery in football. We can't go for him. He went to Man United. It didn't work with him. He was doing a bit with Moyes' daughter or whatever. The rumors were flying around, as you know. Oh, he's not good. It stays with you. That bad apple stays with you. He's this, he's that. Or don't want him nowhere near us, It's crazy. 50 watching, 42 likes. Come on, people. Kicking the peeps. Come on. Hit the likes. It helps us get global. It helps us get global. So we're done 40 minutes. We're probably going to do about 45 minutes today because we don't want to ramble on. I'm sure you've got loads of more things, obviously, to do. We've ran over Ings. We've ran over Fofana. We've ran over Maddison. We've ran over Willock. We've run over Ramsdale and Berg. Let me think who else we can talk about. I think we spoke about Edu, we've talked about the Kroenkes, we've talked about Arteta. Here we go. Predictions for Brentford game, people. Predictions for the Brentford game. I'll give you mine when you've gave me yours. Yeah, it does go fast, social DRG. John Page Freeze put North Carolina, another one in the States. Absolutely love it. BK's put, nothing will change for us as long as KSE are the owners, sadly. Yep, 100% I agree. Pepe's not good enough. He's not been good enough yet. He has not been good enough yet. I can tell you that. He has not been good enough yet. Social saying 3-0 to Arsenal. Interesting. 3-0 to Arsenal. Quickly about Kane, because it's just come in the chat. 2-0 to Arsenal. 4-2 Arsenal. 1-0 the Arsenal. 3-0 Arsenal. Willian 2 assists. Brentford 2-1 Arsenal. Brentford is a must-win. Simple as that. 3-1. So it looks like everyone is going to say that we win. And I can't see 1-1. Darren is going for a draw. Craig is going for a 2-2. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It could go either way. It really, really could go either way. Ivan and his boys could be absolutely buzzing. Like Tony said, they could freeze. Brentford could freeze and we could really go. Jansen's putting 3-1 Arsenal. Lokonga, Abba, Pepe and Saka will turn up. 4-2 Brentford, Kishore is saying. Rafinha versus Varane opening game. El Jaffi is saying about, he's replying, Brentford will nick a goal. It's a tricky one. Of course, I've got to go with what my heart's telling me, not my head this time. New boys want to impress, but Arteta's masterclass. We should be trying to buy Ryan Gravenberch from Ajax. Yep, agreed. I'm going to go for 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal. I really am. I think Brentford will cause problems. I really do think Brentford will cause problems. But I think we'll have a little bit too much for them. And I think Arteta will be stressing very, very clearly that we need to win this game. We need to win this game. Brentford will score 100%. I think Brentford will score. So best thing to do is Arsenal win, both teams to score. Watch out for Mbeumo for Brentford. Good player. Jansen's put, only game we'll win out of the first 3. We could get surprised. We could get a shock. We should get Overmars from Ajax. We should get the old Overmars, that's for sure. Arsenal are better, should win easily. We are Arsenal. That's the positivity that we need in the camp, John. Our first 8 games are a perfect snapshot of the league. We'll learn a lot by the match day 8. Very, very true. Very, very true. We will. Normally the 10 games starts to shape it, they always say, but you don't want to be losing 3, 4, 5 out your first 10 games, do you? You've got to try and get a little bit, because all of a sudden the players who are inexperienced in the camp, or the players who are not really happy with what Arteta wants them to do, all of a sudden they could go in the shell and we could be really, really struggling. So for me, it's a must win, because you might not win the 2 other games. It's a must win tomorrow. On the first game of the season. It really, really is. Chris, the Posh game is on Saturday, normal kickoff. So Championship Saturday, normal kickoff. Tune in for that radio time if you want, if you're interested in Peterborough, or you just want to hear me on the radio. Mbeumo's tricky winger. Spanish Tony Pulis will be gone for the first 10 games. But Arteta broke Tuchel. Oh my lord. Right then, everyone, we're just bang on about 45 minutes with an extra minute left. I really do appreciate everyone. Again, Craig just put, Fran, what team was better, 98 or the Invincible team? 98 for me. I'm going to go for 98 for me. BK Sport, who do you think will be our most important player this season? I've got no idea. Probably Saka, if he stays fit. He's the only one who really still lacks that, doesn't really have a lot of fear. Most important player is going to have to be Aubameyang. El Jeffe's put Partey, but I think he's Aubameyang. We need goals. We need goals, one. We really need goals. So, as always, people, great stream. Really do appreciate it. Really appreciate everyone global. Thanks for hitting the likes. Thanks for sharing the content. Absolutely love it. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Enjoy time with yourself or your family. And I will see you all tomorrow. You take care, everyone. You take care.